What's up, YouTube? I am back and I'm really excited because this is like one of the most important videos that I will ever make. We're going to go through corporate structure and like how businesses and real estate roll up to trusts and how you can essentially set up like a giant legacy for your children and for your future generations. And YOLO, right? You should do everything that you can do in this life to um, get ahead, get more. um, so essentially the way I look at it is that you can only fill another cup when yours is full, right? So you want to make sure that you are making enough money, you know the blueprint, you understand the tax strategies and all of the good habits that like multimillionaires have. I want to cover all of those items in today's video. So I'm really excited, you guys. This is like I don't know, like a year and a half worth of information all compressed into like 40 minutes. um, so I hope this will be valuable for you guys. I hope this actually goes out. If this is getting value to you all, please do like and subscribe, because I'm a small channel, but I've got a lot to offer right now. And I would love for this information and this knowledge to be spread out more. All right. So I'm going to share my screen again. But before I do that here real quick, I did want to apologize, guys. I tried to go live from like my family's house from my vacation like last week before New Year's. It was a struggle. Hotel Wi-Fi's are not made for streaming. So, but we gotta take some family time out um, and take a break once in a while, right? All right. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. This is where we're coming to the good stuff. And y'all, none of this is like super private, like hidden information or anything like that. Um, I will show you guys how I got this information too. And if you guys want to like walk through this process step by step, you're welcome to do that. And you will also get to the same place that I am at right now. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, and here we go to my Instagram. So this whole conversation started with Base having a video saying, "Hey, it was something about like uh, not really paying taxes and how the government incentivizes you to uh, take certain measures, like maybe act in the real estate space and things like that, things that they don't want to do, stuff that is left for like private sector homeowners, small businesses, things like that, right? So it all started with that. And if you guys are not following Base's Instagram, please do. He shares a lot of amazing nuggets around all of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about. So if this information interests you, you should definitely give him a follow. And I will be giving a couple of other plugs and mentors that I have, that I get this information from, and these strategies, and they kind of inspire me to uh, have a small scale operation of my own. So let me just share my IG. So this was Pace. um, he at the end of his video, he was like, just if you want to know my corporate structure, just send me DM the word LLC, and I will send you my corporate structure. And I was like, cool. So on 12/19, I'm so bad, this is like literally a month ago, and I tried to make this, you guys. But this one here says, I just reached out to him and I said, hey, send me the LLC, right? And he's like, okay, cool, here you go, here's the link. And so he sent me this link. um, and I had to fill in like certain information and then go like request to access this free business structure. And when I did that, file to download copy of Pace's business structure, and you can go through the steps as well. And then when I opened it, it basically takes me to this page. You can see it over here in the thumbnail picture, but over here, this is like the big format. Actually, I have a better one over here. Okay. So this is Pace Morby's business structure. This fine gentleman over here is Pace Morby. He's wearing the same hat that I am because I look at him as one of my teachers right now, and this is his branding, right? So free plug for Subdue, and if you guys want to join the community, definitely let me know, and I'll put in a good word and make sure that you guys get a good deal. So this is Pace, and this is his wife Laura, and together they own this family empire. Okay. And there is a lot going on here. There's life insurance, there is real estate holdings, there are management LLCs, there is a primary home, there are trusts, living will, power of attorneys. Now, some of these terms, if you guys are not aware of them, we will cover them in today's video, which is why it'll be a little bit long, but guys, it's going to be super worth it, I promise. Okay. And then we also have like some long-term slash retirement related stuff over here going on. So Pace has some traditional IRAs, a Roth IRA. Then there's most of the family is pretty much following a Roth and traditional IRA strategy because they're business owners. If you're self-employed or if you are a W-2 or like a 1099, you potentially have a 401k instead of these Roth IRA accounts. Um, I'm sort of new to this like right side of the section myself. I'm not going to lie. I'm not like the expert on everything that Pace has, but I do know quite a bit to at least get the conversation started. And if you guys have anything else to chime in, please, please, please do, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because I would love to get this conversation going around this. Okay, why am I showing Pace's business structure? Why is he so cool? Okay, let's read his portfolio. I have a okay. So firstly, I quickly had Pace's YouTube pulled up and follow his YouTube and IG depends content a lot long form or both. um, there's a lot of information here, guys. 3,000 videos this man has posted, and he's followed by 323,000 people. He says, I'm Pace, professional real estate investor, entrepreneur, visionary, father and husband. I'm married to the most beautiful real estate agent and 4 children living in Phoenix. My goal every day is to do dope shit. Now, that is something I can get behind. I've done over 7,000 renovations in the last 10 years and built 150 new homes. My wholesale business does 150 wholesale deeds a year. My fix and flip business does 50 flips a year, and my partner and I own $32 million in buy and holds through creative finance. My YouTube strategy is to my YouTube channel is to show you that you can do this too and how to do it from somebody who really does this business. Guys, he's freaking amazing. Like the amount of like millions of dollars worth of value that you get from this man just by being around him or by like listening to his channels, and he's on a new level. All right, subject to and seller finance are my bread and butter. I am on a mission to educate the masses that real estate and creative finance are for everyone and anyone and everyone who wants financial freedom and generational wealth. DM me on Instagram and tell me what you need. Y'all, isn't this such a crazy mission? I feel inspired by looking at this. So anyway, he has a couple of links. Join Subdue. This is the community that I'm a part of. I'm also part of the Gato community. If you guys are interested in this content, definitely join the free Facebook group too and check out the real estate deals and business deals that get posted. it's one of a kind place, pretty awesome, but also like it's just a free group, so it's not one of the private groups, right? All right, he also has a book with bigger pockets, um, and yeah, this is his YouTube. And essentially, I just want to take a second, you guys, and talk about creative finance, because this is like not these are strategies that don't use traditional financing, meaning going to the bank and originating a new loan from the bank. His primary strategy is called subject to, which means taking over the payments. It is not legal, it is not illegal at all. There it's approved by like the laws, and it's even an option on your tax returns and things like that. And seller finance is essentially if the owner has paid off the entire mortgage or the note on his property or his business, right? And he owns it free and clear. In that case, he can become the primary bank in the situation. And then somebody else comes in as the owner operator, and then promises to structure payments and things like that, and set up the deals. Now, you may ask, why would people do this? And the answer is, don't put your mind in the seller's head, all right? Because there are a whole bunch of reasons, and especially in a case like when the loan is upside down and the property has lost value. um, Oftentimes the owner has to pay money to get out of the property, and people have to get out of the property all the time. You've got to move out to a different state, you've got a different work location, something happens to your family, yada yada, right? So um, oftentimes they can't wait for the market to correct and stuff like that. And if they go through a traditional financing route, they will write a check of like $5,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 to cover um, everybody's like commissions and the closing fees and everything else that's required for that transaction to go through. So so options like subject to work out because you keep the current mortgage in place, and the seller actually gets to walk out with some future equity that you can creatively structure when you buy this house or business. So it's really cool. I've been like learning a lot about creative finance and learning from Pace and Laura. They do some magical things, you guys. They actually like they will go stop foreclosures on the last day, on the last minute, and like save the seller from like 7 years of bad credit, and um, work out a plan for the person that's getting foreclosed upon. I'm just deviating right now, but all I'm saying is that with the sort of like portfolio and the resume that Pace has around real estate, it's really cool. So I was just adding some credibility to Pace and Laura, but I do have a article pulled up as well around like their net worth and like financial success and stuff like that. This is Laura Morby. She's such a sweetie, and she's like quite a badass real estate uh, investor and agent, and she's like raising these amazing kids um, that we will also look at that are mentioned in bases like business structure and stuff. But like all of the women, if you guys want to know some Laura, a follow topics, check her out. She doesn't post a whole lot, but she's not like Pace, but she does post quite a bit. She also goes live just like me. So yeah, give them some love. They're like amazing people. I actually have met them and I shake their hands from time to time, and the the energy of that room is just different, y'all. So um it's a good it's a good community. It's a good community, it's a good mentorship, all of that. Okay, let's get a little bit about Pace. So Pace Morby's net worth and how he got so rich. Okay, this was this written in? Okay, it doesn't say when it was written. All right. The strive.co. I did see somewhere that this was a 2025 article, so let's just go with that. Pace Morby is a highly successful investor and entrepreneur, author, speaker, and TV personality. Morby hosts A&E's highly popular TV show Triple Digit Flip, so he is like a Hollywood celebrity. He built successful non-traditional action take real estate community. He's acquired over 2,100 real estate units. That's big. That's a big scaled operation, all right? So he's acquired 2,100 real estate units across the country and is a Wall Street Journal best-selling author. As such, he's achieved a significant level of financial success. So that's exactly what we'll be highlighting on this page. Pace Morby's net worth, how he managed to grow it over the years, and the earning power of his sizable current fortune. The cool key figure, y'all. First things first, Pace Morby has a real estate portfolio that is valued at approximately $450 million. This is again him and his family business. There, he has 900 employees. There's a lot going on into this, right? Keep in mind, this is not the amount of equity he owns. So, considering it is a general rule of thumb that the real estate investor puts down about 20% of the down payment to secure a loan, we can assume a baseline figure of how much equity Morby can claim from his portfolio. However, you guys, the fact of the matter is that he did not put 20% down because he used creative financial strategies. Okay, so we'll touch on that again. So after crunching the numbers, he should have at least 90 million tied up into his real estate portfolio. Of course, he has partners in real estate ventures as he actively utilizes crowdsourcing. So the real question is how much of that 90 mil is his? I don't really care, but this man has built an empire of $450 million, you guys. That's the important item right now. Does Pace Morby make a year? So that said, you probably want to know how much Pace Morby makes. He has a thriving YouTube channel with about 300,000 subscribers. We just saw the YouTube channel, and he earns approximately $40,000 a year from ad revenue and affiliates. He's also this A&E triple digit flip hero, which pays him quite a bit of money as well. That's about $34,000 a year. And then he has coaching services. These guys are projecting about 400K, but I know this guy personally, and he says that that is a separate company and he does not sub to mentorship, which is cool. I mean, if he does, I all the power to him. He built something amazing. Okay, in addition to these figures, we normally provide a baseline income, yada 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 yada. Okay, so per our estimate, it's about Pace makes about 11 million a year. Okay, I think this is very short, or like very small, but it might be accurate. I have friends that have broken through 100K a month, which does put them about like 1.2 million a year and stuff, and Pace is like 10 times their size. So yeah, this could be about accurate, I would say. Okay. So when you tally it up, makes around 12 point, oh, they have a different figure here. $12.2 million. Oops, battery low. Okay, how are we looking? 10%. Okay. Net worth is 440 mil over here. Earnings per year is about 12 mil. Per month, he makes about 1 mil. Per week, about $200,000, and per day, about $33,000. Okay, so this is all guesstimate, I would think, but it just puts things in context, right? Okay, Pace's social media earnings. He also has a large TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter following, about 1.65 million people. How did Pace get so rich? So he started his business as a contractor. He owned his own contracting business and was quite successful at it. However, for 7 years while running his contracting construction business, he vowed to eventually pull the trigger on real estate investing. He was doing about 60 to 70 renovations, making nearly a mil a year. When he finally decided to take a shot at real estate investing. So in 2013, he did his first deal, which made him about 25K. 2013, you guys, that's like 12 years from before us, and he's already had $450 million. This is why real estate is huge. Like, it pays you in so many ways. I've kind of covered this in one of my previous episodes too, but it pays you in 4 to 7 ways. All right. Cash flow, um, appreciation, depreciation, loan pay down, the story that comes out of it, all of the YouTube stuff that you can make. Like, people want to know about this. So anyway, Morby stuck with his contracting business. We just call him Base. Why are they calling him Morby? Anyway, still managed to make over 500K in his first year and of doing real estate on the side. He could have gone into real estate full time, but he chose to grind it out for 3 years with real estate as a side hustle. Okay. The grind is the after hours, not the day hours. So Pace is like the king of, like, I don't know, working a whole lot, man. He used to work at his dad's business, and then before and after that he used to work on his own business. So he was just like getting reps, right? um, and getting experience. All right. Unfortunately, not all things last forever, and you know, always pay out nicely. So Pace did go through a bankruptcy at some point in his life. Um, and that was in 2017. So since 2018, Pace has heavily relied on real estate investing, where he's been able to leverage his creative finance skills to create a massive fortune. In fact, the knack of finding deals, financing, and constructions has led to his ability to amass 2,100 doors valued at 450 mil in just a few short years. So 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's 7 to 8 years. Is that something that we can kind of commit to? I'm doing that on this channel, you guys. You should follow me. You should, or not follow me, but you should be part of the journey and be part of my tribe and do cool things like this, because these guys just like flew in like the only Black Hawk civilian helicopter just for funsies. Okay. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that all of us have to do that, but let's do some cool stuff in this single life that we have to live, and spread cheer and joy and abundance, right? Okay, so this is Pace and Graham Stephen, I think. So this guy's a pretty well-known celebrity as well. But yeah, I think we are at the end of this article over here, so I'm going to close this out. But let's go back to his business structure. So, what we are looking at right now, y'all, is worth $450 million. Wow. All right. So, how did these two people, one couple, get here, right? In 7 to 8 years. That's what I'm going to cover today. I think that's like one of the best YouTube topics that I could have picked. Let me know if you think this is a good one. I need some love too, you guys. Thank you. Smash that like button, subscribe. All right. So this is Pace and Laura. They have a trust, a will, a living will, and a power of attorney. Okay. Let's cover this real quick. So there is a trust that is recognized by it's an entity that is recognized by the government, and it will last forever, basically, until like Pace or Laura, whatever, something happens to them, they get abducted by UFOs or aliens or whatever it is, right? So then the trust becomes the owner. So essentially, it moves from a revocable trust, or yeah, a revocable trust to an irrevocable trust. The will dictate what happens to the trust and uh, to the distribution of its assets, if at all, and when, right? And then The living will, I think the living will is like the revocable trust. No, maybe not. I'll have to look this up. But the power of attorney is essentially you giving uh, 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 the authority to somebody else to act on your behalf. Okay, so they can sign on your documents, they can like act on your behalf, and these people at the level that they're at, they need power of attorneys, and they need like a family office, and they yada yada. Okay, so the trust owns primary home. The trust also holds a holding company in Wyoming and a management LLC, and then the holding company holds all of Pace's 2,100 doors. They are all split out in separate LLCs, which is why you see many real estate LLC boxes over here. And then there's also real estate multifamily. That's what MF is, real estate multifamily LLCs. And this is where essentially partners come in, and you have a syndication, or you have like a 501c3, or like, um, you have to go through like the securities laws to set up potentially multifamily structures, but that's all housed or held by this holding company, and I'm going to call it like the passive holding company. And what do I mean by that? So whenever the asset is in a passive holding, um it is not considered active, because like the usually the owner of the real estate asset is not spending a lot of time managing the property. It has a tenant in place or a renter in place, and they are sort of managing it, so it's sort of hands off, but you still have to get to it and uh, address any issues and things like that. That's why these holding companies have a management LLC. So this management LLC will do all of the tenant screenings, and will hold all of the security deposits, and they will like and they will be in rental agreement with all of the other LLCs that own the houses. Okay, so I hope this is not too complicated, you guys, but we will cover like what is a LLC, why is it important. um, but all of this is important because um, this is what you will be leaving behind as a legacy. Essentially, when you pass, or your family takes over your business or whatever it is, they will have the net worth in the real estate holdings, and they can do whatever they want with it, as long as the will and um, uh, the process is supported, right? Okay, so there is a life insurance piece here. I'll cover that here in a second as well. But this is his main holding company, LLC, taxed as an S corp. Now, this is for your active income LLCs. So this is for all of the businesses that are making money, but you are actively investing time in it every single day, producing content, or your let's see, like he's got two separate holding companies underneath the S corp. Okay, I know this is high level stuff, you guys. Bear with me. Trust me, this is important. Watch this video again. We will cover some of these definitions, but this is super important if you're trying to grow and scale in corporate America, and have nice toys and cars and whatever else, and leave things for your beautiful kids. Okay. Okay. So holding company, single member LLC, and a holding company partnership. So and this holding company merges hands with other companies, partners, and then they have these child companies underneath that. Okay. LLC, and he has an investments LLC. Okay. Here on this right hand side, there's all of this Roth IRA and traditional IRA stuff that we did mention before. And what's important to note here, you guys, is that while this is considered like a retirement account, the kids who are 3, 4, 5, and this guy Phil, he's like months old. He's probably like 6 months old or something like that. He already has a Roth IRA and an LLC set up for himself as well. That's pretty baller. That's pretty amazing, right? the kids are starting young. They have a little nest egg ready. They're going to be coming uh, like into a good place, into a good family, and they're going to be pretty okay, because these people decided to work hard and for advantages like personal asset protection through limited liability, flexible management structures, past taxations. But drawbacks include potential self-employment taxes, ongoing maintenance costs, and potential complexities with ownership transfers, depending on the state and the business structure. Now, one important thing to call out is that the LLC is set up on a state level. All right. So LLCs are set up on a state level. We just had this entire like BOI FinCEN thing going on. You guys may have heard of it on my other YouTube channels, where the federal government was trying to get in and get full stock of all of the LLC owners, how much beneficial information they have, things like that. And fortunately, that has been like halted right now with concerns of like unconstitutional overreach. And yeah, but if you're interested in that, check out my other video. At this moment, it's still paused. It's in the Supreme Court. We will know potentially in a couple of days where this is going to all land. I may make another video about it, but keep your ears to the ground for that one. See, primary benefit of an LLC is that it shields the owner's personal assets from the business debts and liabilities, protecting them from lawsuits against the company. So that's huge, okay? Because if somebody trips and falls on your property, or if you get into a car accident, you don't want these you want these liabilities to be separate, okay? So if something happens to, like, you just hit a Lambo or something, all right, and you've got to pay like $200,000 to cover that, they can come after your assets. They can't come after the LLC's assets, because that's its own limited liability company. Super important. Also, on a business standpoint, if there is any lawsuits or something like that, where like the tenant is like, or there's an incident that happens, right? It happens all the time. um, a bad incident happens, they can then sue the LLC and not really the homeowner. So it keeps separation of liability and liability protection. So that's one of the main benefits of an LLC. Pass-through taxations is profit and loss from LLCs are directly passed to the owner's personal tax returns. So essentially, you are um, paying that tax only once. For on an owner level, you don't do that twice on the LLC and then on the owner level as well. Flexible management, owners can choose to manage the business themselves or appoint a manager, allowing them for customizations based on the business needs. Easy formation compared to corporations. Setting up LLCs is generally simpler. It costed me like $300, you guys, to set up my LLC. And I pay like uh, $10 a month for like the registered agent and things like that. But um, super helpful structure. Formation, credibility. Having an LLC can lend credibility to the business and potentially attract customers. Yeah. Okay. So just wanted to give you a quick reminder about what the LLC business structure was, in case you did not go to business school like I did. Okay. Um, People often choose LLCs in Wyoming. So there are three LLC states that a lot of um, businesses choose to be based out of, at least the holding companies. So let me take you back here for a second to basis structure. You will see management LLC, Wyoming, holding company, Wyoming, right? So all of these are set up in Wyoming, and it's set up by design. So different states have different laws, and Wyoming, Delaware, and Nevada offer the best uh, corporate and LLC protection laws, which is why most holding companies are set up over there. So let's understand why. People often choose to form an LLC in Wyoming because of the state's extremely business-friendly laws, particularly its strong asset protection features, high level of privacy, where member identities are not publicly listed. This is very important. Otherwise, the people that are suing whoever and say, "Hey, I can see that this business is owned by this." High, uh, State income taxes. That's huge. I don't pay state income taxes on my LLC, which is very big because I don't stay in Wyoming. I stay in Arizona, so I don't want to pay state taxes for two different states, right? Particularly, it's making it attractive for setting up holding companies or businesses seeking to limit personal liability while maintaining anonymity. Okay, anonymity is big. The holding company is just a collection of like subsidiary LLCs that roll up to a parent LLC. That parent LLC doesn't really do business with clients or customers. It doesn't hold any assets, or it doesn't hold any like properties or anything like that. The only thing that it holds is the businesses. In Pace's example on the S Corp side, we saw that it was all of his active income LLCs, right? Okay, key benefits of a Wyoming LLC. Anonymity. Unlike most states, Wyoming does not require the disclosure of LLC members and manager identities on public records. Very important. Providing a high level of privacy. Asset protection. Wyoming has a robust asset protection laws, allowing for strong legal safeguards against creditors trying to access personal assets. No state income tax. Wyoming does not impose state income taxes on LLCs, making it a tax favorable jurisdiction. Low formation costs. The fees associated with forming an LLC in Wyoming are typically lower compared to the other states. That's true. And even though Nevada, I was looking at Nevada for my holding company, but it was more expensive. And I was like, it doesn't really matter. So I just set it up in Wyoming. I think it was a good idea. So if you guys do have multiple businesses or are thinking about having multiple businesses, definitely think about having that parent company, which is the holding company in Wyoming. Okay. Um, Also, in fact, Wyoming was the first U.S. state to actually start the LLC structure. So let's Google real quick. Does Was Wyoming the first state? The LLC structure was first introduced in the United States in Wyoming in 1977. Wyoming's legislature enacted the first LLC statute, largely influenced by similar business structures in other countries, particularly in Germany. Okay. So it was set up in 1977 to create a business structure that combined the liability protection of a corporation with the tax advantages of a sole proprietorship or partnership. All right, so that's some fun business trivia for you guys. Okay, I was looking up some other stuff. What is the main difference between Roth IRA and stuff? Okay, does everybody get this portion of Pace's business structure? Because like that's important, right? Having a holding company that is holding the real estate LLCs that then hold the real estate asset itself, um, because this is the parent and this is the entity that owns uh, the house or the multifamily unit or whatever it is, right? Um, and then there is a management company. I think the operating LLC or the management LLC, I'm not exactly too sure of the difference, but essentially what real estate investors do is they have one property management company that manages all of their different real estate properties. So the so essentially, like I said before, that one property management company will post the ads, will market the properties for all of these real estate assets. They will complete the agreements and the screenings and the background checks, and then they'll also do like management services in terms of like if there's a painting needed or if there's any kind of update or maintenance that is needed. It all funnels through that one LLC. Okay, this is super super duper important, you guys, because real estate is one of the biggest ways to save on taxes. If you don't invest in real estate, then you are giving one third of your life every year to the government, because you are saying, I don't know what to do with this money. You guys keep it, and you guys know what to do with it better. So just take it, right? And like do whatever it is that you're doing, funding Ukraine or whatever it is, right? Or you can be smart and you can tell the government, or you can work with the government, and you can set up tax strategies for yourself and for your family. And if you invest in real estate, then you get what's called depreciation, and then you can write off your active income if you uh, uh, follow certain rules and laws. Okay, so I don't want to make this super duper long, but I have to touch on Karlton Dennis. So Karlton Dennis is another guy that I have met through Pace's Sub2 community, right? And he is a CPA, okay? And he's like a tax strategist. So he is the CEO of Tax Alchemy Advisors. His mom is a tax CPA and tax strategist and has been doing this for like 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Advanced tax planning for high income earners, ready to take the tax plan for New Year's, start here, right? And he talks a lot about how to save taxes because he's a accountant, right? And Pace uses all of these real estate tax strategies to pay zero taxes, no taxes, no income taxes. You still pay sales tax, you still pay like other state tax, things like that, but you can write off 100% of your income through real estate depreciation. Okay, there are basic like straight line depreciation strategies, and then there are bonus depreciation strategies, and cost segregation is needed for that. And all like Karlton Dennis talks a lot about this. So ever since I got into Pace's program, I've been learning about all of this stuff, y'all, like about real estate, about depreciation, appreciation. Um, um, like, why wouldn't you like a $10,000 or a $20,000 paycheck back every year so you can buy another property and then do the whole same thing again? That's what rich people do, and that's what you guys should also do, because be sovereign, right? And like make your own decisions, be accountable for your family and for yourself, and play the game and tell the government, hey, I'm playing your game and I am doing what I need to do to stimulate the economy and to improve the standard of living over here. And for that, they incentivize you. So you should absolutely play the game. All right. Anyway, free plug for Karlton Dennis. So what happened was Karlton Dennis ended up having a free Zoom. He does this every year. You guys should get on it. Where he gives free information about like how to write off your taxes, what are the rules that are required for to be in compliance, and things like that. Okay, super important. Go to his link tree, and over here you can see schedule a complimentary tax strategy call, the short term rental rule book ebook. This is what my friends and I are using to activate that bonus depreciation and cost segregation potentially for us, uh, because this is the only strategy that you can use if you have another job like a W2 or something like that. All right. um, or you can be a full-time real estate professional, and then you don't need to use these short-term rental rules and things like that. But not everybody is there, right? So um, However, these strategies are available for everybody. So it is available for you, it's available for your kids, it's available for grandparents, it's available for everybody. Okay, get help setting up LLC, free tax strategies on his YouTube channel, cost segregation calculator. So free tax strategies on his YouTube, y'all. I'm just giving free information. Definitely follow him. He is great advice, and I love seeing his posts and his YouTube. It's very engaging, it's fun, and I have met other community members, not sub to, just like other folks that are interested in real estate and stuff, and hear about Karlton Dennis separately, and then come join his Zooms and his course, or rather his um, strategy calls and things like that. And y'all won't believe it, you guys, but one of my old co-workers from Atlanta, who I haven't like seen or heard of since like 4 or 5 years, I found him in Carlton Dennis's Zoom, right? And he's like, "What? This is awesome!" And I was like, "Alex, what are you doing here?" And and then we just started connecting after that. And I was like, "I'm trying to do this real estate stuff too." And he was like, "Man, I want to leave something behind for my kids. I have two. I have one right now. I have another one coming on the way. So I want to like save some wealth, and I want to like uh, leave things for my kids, and like have a good life right now. I don't want to work forever, right? Like you have to have different diversified like retirement accounts, and then wealth building through that." So anyway, this was Carlton Dennis. Super important dude. Definitely catch his depreciation, bonus depreciation stuff. That's what really unlocks a lot of money from these active income streams to actually buy more of these real estate houses. Right? That's how people scale. That's how when we read uh, the article before this, and we were like, oh, Pace has grown from bankruptcy to $450 million in 7 to 8 years. How did he rise so astronomically? Guys, it's because of depreciation, bonus depreciation. He knows how many properties he needs to buy, and he knows how much money each of his businesses are going to be making before the year closes. And like in December, he will go buy 3 houses if he has to like get the depreciation benefit so that he pays no taxes. Okay, like millionaires don't like paying taxes, or at least minimal. All right, we touched on everything that I wanted to today. I know this was a long one, but this was a super important one, you guys. I'm also trying out something new with my technology stuff, so I'm hoping everything works out. Pray for me. And also trying to resolve like the pixelated content. So hopefully now YouTube has some time to generate this in 4K and publish this out to you guys. Um, I hope this was helpful. I think I went pretty deep and technical, but I'm pretty sure at least 3 of you guys out there are going to understand all of this and go like, wow, okay, this is cool. And I'm just getting started off, or uh, I would like to know more. Please reach out. I would love to connect with more community members and do more like real estate transactions. Guys, this is the only place that I've actually seen people win. Like everybody in the transaction wins. This does not happen in the stock market. That's a net zero game. So somebody else has to lose for you to win in your stock game. Real estate is not at all like that. Everybody in the transaction wins. So the more deals you do, the more money you make. That's how Pace has reached where he is right now. The majority of his is in real estate. He did buying some crypto and stuff right now too, and he makes a lot of money from his active LLCs. Okay, so real quickly, um, I wanted to share where our baby empires are. All right, my corporate structure doesn't look this big or crazy at all. Maybe I should have started there, huh? But it's cool to look at the big picture, right? And then, given that it's Jan 8th, 2025, I also want to leave you guys with where I am and where one of my friends, Alex, is, right? So I have my whiteboard pulled up over here. So Alex just has the smallest structure that anyone can get. Okay, if they're trying to get into real estate investing, property management, and buy and holds. Essentially, you need three LLCs. They're called the three sisters, right? So there is a parent holding company, there is a property management, as I mentioned before, and then there is a property holding LLC. So this one is actually owning the house or the unit or whatever it could be, like the townhome or a farm or whatever it is, right? This is holding it, and then this one is doing all of the execution and the activities on it. So if you only have one property, then you will have this and one property management entity structure. Okay. So that's what Alex has right now. Soon, when he gets a second property, he will have two property holding LLCs potentially, and then one property management company. Okay. I hope this was easy and easy to understand. Here's the important thing though, you guys, if you have a W-2 or a full-time job, all right, and if you want to use the short-term rental tax benefit that the IRS gives you, you have to set this up. Uh, you have to set this up, and then you also have to use this property as a short-term rental. So that's Airbnb or like a hotel or like a motel vibes or something like that, right? And the property management is where you will be logging hours. How many hours are you spending to manage your property or properties, and how many other members work on this. And if you want the if you really want to play by like all of their rules, which you have to, you can't lie about this and get away with it. Okay, so if you want to abide by all of the rules, then you have to uh, make sure that you spend the most amount of time on this property management company, and like the cumulative hours of your cleaners, of your VAs, or whoever it is that's helping you sort of manage this property cannot exceed your time. Okay. So real quickly, so that is Alex's super simple structure. This is where most people should get started as well. And if you're getting into real estate investing, that is, if you guys do have any questions around this, let me know. But this is as simple as it gets. Okay. Now I will cover my corporate structure, which is a little bit more complicated and complex. And I think, maybe Alex has a couple of items around this too, but I don't know his like full life story or financial history. He's just a friend, and I like using him as an example because he's kind of like on the same journey as me, um, with this whole real estate investing and like leaving something behind in trust and things like that, right? So my company is here. My corporate structure is here. I actually have two separate holding companies. Okay, actually, this is me. Let's start here. This is me. I have a W-2. I am registered with the government with an SSN, which most of us are, right? I have a checking account to my name. I have a savings account to my name. I have a 401k. I have some crypto, right? But I also have these things. I have an active holding company and a passive holding company. Both of these are situated in Wyoming. And then the active holding has three companies or three subsidiaries underneath that. So that's similar to this block over here in the middle. I just don't have so many businesses as space. I'm trying to get there, but what I have right now is a media company, a marketing company, and a real estate management company. All right, and then my passive holding, which is this section over here. Me, just like Alex, I have property right now. I am hoping to scale up in 2025 with a couple of more properties. So this will look a little bit different. But that's how I have set up my corporate structures. And essentially, this real estate management manages this real estate entity and this real estate unit. Okay. The marketing is just separate. Like, this is my skill set, it's my strong suit. I'm a tech engineer, I'm a product manager. So and I've also worked in marketing for hospitals and things like that in the past, building out their websites, tracking their leads, and building out a customer flow and things like that. So that's what I do with this entity over here. And then my media company is my YouTube and my newsletter publications and things like that I have going on. So anyway, I hope this was helpful and motivating for at least some of you guys. I really wanted to get this video out. Wanted to get this video out earlier. Uh, Better late than never. January, it's 2025. We're just getting started off with the year. We have 51 more weeks left and 51 more opportunities to try and set up a family plan, leave something back for your kids, um, get into real estate investing, have a story, and provide value to your people and to the community. Fix and flip some properties if that's what you're into. Um, Also, I want to give a real quick plug for my new website that is up, you guys, for Angel Light Home Solutions, which is my real estate management company. I sort of look at it as a real estate connectors company. I just want to help everybody that I can. So if you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, if you're looking to rent or to invest or to lend or to rent to own, I'm going to have all of these options for you guys. Feel free to come in here and give me your information if you would like to partner up with me or my real estate network on any of this, and get ahead and make this life more interesting than what it was, and take more risks and get more rewards, right? Anyway, guys, that's all I had for y'all today. Thank you for giving me your time and space, and I will actually come back um, with a few other videos, because I actually did not touch on one super key thing here, which is this life insurance. I'll definitely make a different video about that because it deserves a separate video in itself. There's various different types of like life insurances. These guys use infinite banking, where every dollar becomes two. I wish I was kidding. All right, that's it for now. Please do let me know in the comment section if you found this valuable at all. And I really, really appreciate you guys that come in here to like and subscribe, because that's how the Facebook algorithm knows, that this content is interesting, and it'll kind of like spread it around to other people, and it may change their lives, right? Hopefully, this has been changing. This was a little bit instrumental in changing yours. um, and like I said, I'm on this journey. I would love some friends and community members to do all of this fun stuff with. So if that is you, definitely leave me a comment, or uh, just fill up one of our forms and we can get in touch with you. um, and there's a lot of like exciting stuff to look forward to. So I hope 2025 is all of is full of opportunities for you and yours. Uh, and yeah, we make some fun stuff out of this life. All right, you guys, that's it from now. Peace out. um, Definitely leave me a comment. I would love it, and I'm going to read. I read every one of them. All right. God bless. Take care. Mwah. Bye.